We wanted to start this video out by addressing our Bisaya subscribers because in this video we will be speaking English. We wanted to make it in Bisaya, but we know that a lot of our friends in America would not be able to watch it. So I'm very sorry. If you can have a little patience, next week or the next video we post will be in Bisaya. Thanks for watching this video and on to one tradition that we both decided to include in our weddings was blessing our parents. We wanted to show everyone the love and respect that we had for our parents, as well as get their blessing on our marriage. And so we both decided that we wanted to include it in our weddings. So after I walked down the aisle, before me and Christopher joined hands, I blessed his parents and he blessed mine. And Victoria, they both blessed each set of parents after she walked down the aisle. So it was really special, and it's probably one of my favorite traditions that we included in our wedding, other than the kiss, but that's not Filipino tradition, I guess. I mean, all weddings have kisses.
Okay, so for my wedding, I chose to have a mini bride, and she is the daughter of one of our really close friends, and they're missionaries in the Philippines too. We had a tailor in the Philippines specially tailor her dress to look like mine, and she had this cute veil, and I was very happy to have that tradition in my wedding. It was super adorable too, so.
Now the third tradition, this is another one that both of us decided we wanted to do in our weddings, and it is the veil and cord.
Because we grew up in the Philippines, we decided to do the veil and the cord instead of the unity candle because we love the symbolism of it. Just so you know, that was really hard to say.
Vows because this couple chooses to be under the mantle of his love. The cord, in a shape representing infinity, is wrapped around the bride and groom and is a symbol of the couple's bond.
It stands for two becoming one. And it also stands for eternal fidelity. And for those of you who don't know what that means, like me, it means faithfulness.
Barongs. This is another one of my favorites. I mean, all of them are my favorite because it's my wedding, of course, but this is one that only I did. Victoria's wedding was in December, so she couldn't have had the groomsmen and groom wearing very thin whatever. But in my wedding, we got married in November, so it's still pretty warm enough. My husband, the groomsmen, and the fathers, all of them wore barongs. And I think it's really cool because whenever I show wedding pictures to people, they always ask what he's wearing, and I get to explain where I came from and what it is. Now, a barong is very fancy clothing. Generally, they're worn to weddings, and sometimes you can wear them to church. It just depends. But I think they're made out of like pineapple something. I don't know. I need to look that up. But it's very fancy and it's very nice. And so my husband was so excited because he did not want to wear a suit and tie. And so when I brought up the idea of barongs, he was so happy, which was great for me. I was like, yeah, let's do it. So the summer before we got married, I went to the Philippines to visit my friends, and I bought my husband's barong there. And so, yeah, it was really exciting. Well, I bought my husband's barong and the groomsmen's barongs there. It was so perfect, and the day that we had was really warm and sunny, and so the boys weren't cold. It was really nice, and I'm so glad I included it in our wedding. It was just so perfect. And honestly, I think my husband looked really handsome, so I might be biased, but he did.
So this is not a tradition, but my husband said his vows in Bisaya because he knew how special it would be to me to hear Bisaya in my wedding. And also the guy that officiated my wedding, when he said, "You may kiss the bride," he said it in Bisaya, and that was super sweet. Aww. It was so sweet.
pwede ka na makahalok sa inyong higugma. You can kiss the bride.
Also, her wedding music was in Bisaya. Me and my dad sang at her wedding. I don't know how good it was for me. My dad is amazing, but I get really nervous. At least nobody understood what I was saying, right? Except for Toria and like my mom and my brother and maybe people on live stream. Ooh, I didn't think about that.
Pangayon ko sa Diyos, ikaw ay ipaghandloy ko ngayon, ikaw.
Okay, so for our reception, of course, we had all the food because, you know, a Filipino wedding is not complete without a big reception and a ton of food. And I honestly wouldn't have had it any other way. It was amazing.
Oh, speaking of food, one funny thing we both put on our registry were rice cookers. I mean, how could you move to a new house and not have a rice cooker? I mean, I guess we could cook rice on the stove, but I mean, when you have a rice cooker, it's all better.
For another must-have at our weddings, we had speeches, and a lot of speeches. And I had 2 MCs at my wedding and a whole program, which actually leads us to our last one.
The kissing game. This video speaks for itself.
Go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Okay, what happened there? Are you guys ready? Ready? Go. Oh boy, they're already in trouble. This is gonna be bad. 10, 9, 8, 7. Oh.
I mean, how could you not include this game at your reception? It's so fun. Plus, everybody gets to see the bride and groom kiss so many times. It's awesome. And embarrassing for the bride and groom. Sorry, Toria. Thanks for watching.
I hope you enjoyed.
Yeah! And if you like this content, please leave a comment below so that we know if you like it in English or you prefer Bisaya.
Don't worry. For the Bisaya speakers, more Bisaya content coming soon.
If you want to see more wedding content, we're gonna link it above. It's in Bisaya though, so I'm sorry if you don't speak Bisaya. Yeah, anyways, if you really like this English, you need to comment below because English is hard and this was hard work.
Especially.
Yeah, mas easy ang Bisaya. So.
Okay, so like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Okay, bye! Pogi!
So I'm sitting here going through and editing this video and I realized every single video of me had laundry in the background. You're welcome.